Rose Bowl. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Georgia's offense has the ball first today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get into more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Looking to throw it, Stockton. Quickly complete. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
Punt is on its way. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they got him down at the 23. Florida's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback effectively. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. from the shotgun, the inside give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. The quick out. There he goes! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Grab behind the line. It's Hawkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down line. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball.
There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. You saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level. And with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. A shot toward the end zone. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Touchdown, Florida! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Got his man downfield. He's running free down the middle. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The Gators in the hurry up. Takes the handoff. It's Ball. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Caught near the sticks, it's Hansen. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. A fun postseason battle here, deadlocked at the end of the first. Here's a quick check of the stats so far. As we move into the second, let's hope the rest of the game lives up to the early start. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Dogs! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And the point after is good. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a heat. It's complete to the left. Ball is free. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And that's why you hustle to the football. So many guys getting there, and yes, does he break some tackles and make a play, but the next guy flying in there, he's trying to break all these tackles, but all these guys, and what happens? All these guys got their hands near the football. Somebody gets a hand on it, forces the fumble, forces the turnover, and a big momentum swing back to the other side.
Great place to start for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. On target. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Aga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Throws to the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Gators will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A low-line drive and not his best work. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Quick strike complete. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Got it, looking for the first down. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They go to the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. To the air, it's Lagway. Caught near the sticks. It's ball. The Gators brought it to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Fires left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his man. It's Hawkins. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Quarterback may change this route. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. The defense gets the big stop.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Here's the pressure. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run play action. He's going to fire deep. And it's incomplete. Taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy. That should have been 6.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thomas. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. They'll immediately call timeout. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Lagway. Caught over the middle, it's Hansen. It's a seam wide open. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge-of-your-seat type first half, or as they call it there in Mobile, just another typical 68 Ventures Bowl. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the 68 Ventures Bowl.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarrel amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
Going to swing it on second down. Wide open downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Gators come to the line in the hurry up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Throws for the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. They'll bring him down at the 14-yard line, and that return of the interception has this offense with spectacular field position. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To the air, it's Stockton. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Grabbed in the middle, it's dealt. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receiver.
Reels it in on the left side. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wants to throw again. Caught close to the marker. It's Branch. It's a running room. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
And the D deny them on second and goal. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Flips it out to the back. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 points.
national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it, this football season's ultimate game. Time to find out who's going to emerge as national champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback and the start of the 25. So Ohio State's offense will have the football first here. And Kirk, when you talk about this offense, your eye goes right away to this wide receiver who really is a generational talent.
Well, he's just a difference maker. And anytime you can get him matched up one-on-one, you're going to try to get him the football as often as you can and see how many touchdowns he can put up on the board.
Ball handed off. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Grab near the sticks. It's Tate. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability, his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there. And the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Inside move now from the shotgun. And he's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. The pass rush closing in. Caught over the middle. It's Peoples. They dragged him down after a big gain. Ball moved all the way to the 38.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
Tough running to avoid a loss and just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. The Buckeyes will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Goes to his right side there for the completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face 3rd down. To throw, it's Sayin. There's a screen pass to the running back. Now here he goes. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They strike first in this national title bout. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kickoff heads out of bounds. The offense will begin from the 40. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, LSU.
First play looking to throw it. Short throw complete to the tight end. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Looking to throw. It's Nussmeier. Grab down the middle. It's Anderson. And we're able to move the sticks. Set up now. First down at the 34.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Pressure is coming. And he'll just get rid of it.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football and brings up a third down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
Able to convert on third. Sets him up now. First down to the 22.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Back to throw again. Bringing pressure. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Looking to the end zone. Oh, that one's picked off.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. On first down, it's play action. He escapes the pocket. It's a short completion to the big tight end. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and when you go play action, it affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
2nd down, looking to throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Peoples. Brought down to the 23. Good enough for a first down.
Good job here, the quarterback. His primary receiver did not look open. Instead of forcing the ball, he finds the running back as a check down and picks up a first down.
Looks right, lets it fly. That ball's incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Is incomplete. It's now 3rd down.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Finds his man. It's Smith. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Well, Ohio State has the lead here, Kirk. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship. Through 1 quarter, let's check out the game summary. Well, they flipped into the field. We're set for the second quarter, and the national championship trophy is in the building. Buckeyes will bring their punt team on the field now. Did not get a hold of it. Not what the punter was hoping for. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. What's the call here? The drive begins with excellent field position. To throw, it's Nussmeier. He's running out of time here. Oh, he can't connect with the wideout that time. Incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Falls incomplete. Broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Well, I thought the quarterback had a real shot at converting here and hitting this pass on the curl route. But let's give the defense a lot of credit. Able to sit back, recognize the throw, and knock it away.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Looking for his big tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Sharp. Touchdown, Tigers, as they answer with their first score of this title game. And a touchdown to the big tight end. We're seeing it more and more on Saturdays and Sundays, Kurt.
Well, the tight end saying, hey, guys, don't forget about me. Don't forget I'm a pretty good player, too. All the attention being put on the wide receivers out on the perimeter. It makes this defense have to focus on the interior, making sure where that tight end is and trying to slow him down.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Takes the handoff. It's Peoples. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
So off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. Back to throw. It's Sayan. Receiver makes the catch. The Buckeyes looking to keep this drive rolling. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to.
And looking for a big play here. And the ball is picked off. Now he's bringing it back. Past the 50. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return.
Well, for defensive backs, man, they salivate for opportunities like this. Some may only get 1 or 2 a year. He was not going to squander this chance.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? On the ground, it's Durham. He's in the clear. Inside the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play. And here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
That run sets up a critical third down play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Back to throw. It's Sayin. It's a quick route. They bring him down to the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, and you've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so we'll just throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
A quick throw to the right. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Boy, the timing here by this defensive back, that is tough to do. You know, we always use the term great ball skills by a receiver, but here the corner locates the football and knocks it away. Great play.
Looking to throw it again. Defense is coming after him. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. The Buckeyes will have to punt this one away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. Trying to return the punt for some extra yardage. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Trying to build on this lead before halftime. They got off to a slow start, but they... going here in the second quarter. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he'll be smarter right at the line for no gain. Offense in hurry-up mode. Looking to throw. It's Nussmeier. The pocket breaking down. The pass is intercepted. He could go. The 30. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Deep shot toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense.
Boy, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Brown. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for it.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
3rd down, out of the shotgun. It's an out route, the catch made.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the 1st down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. The punt bounces and goes out of bounds, so no chance at a return here. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Let's see what they can do here. There's time to run a few plays, perhaps get into field goal range. And here's that wrinkle, the Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. Direct snap. Nowhere to run up the middle. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. And the defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments.
Timeout, LSU.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking downfield. It's Sayin. A deep shot to the left side. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play.
What a play by this defender to step in and swat that deep ball away.
Just time enough for one more play in the half. Takes the handoff, looking to throw. Back-to-back deep shots. And it's hauled in, catch made way downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. Great connection there for 6 points. And this national championship game is now dead even, Kirk. We're going to have a fun finish here.
Yeah, maybe I'm being hopeful, but this has the makings of an instant classic right now. The way these teams are matching each other at an elite level in the national championship, it's getting more advanced the further we go. I'm with you. Maybe it comes down to the wire.
Now the all-important extra point. And it's up and good. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Crisp trophy in all of college football has been fierce. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk. Fellas, hard to believe we're only one half away from crowning a national champion.
Buckeyes will kick it deep to begin the second half. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Trying to get something going early here in the second half and jump on top. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Running out of time in the pocket. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set as some of those greats.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going for a big play downfield. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Could take it all the way. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Chris, that's his 3rd interception in this game alone. If he's going to stay in this game, he's got to do a better job of protecting the football.
They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. He breaks free. First down, looking for more now. Breaks into the clear. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. The Wildcat look did not fool this defense at all.
Boy, shout out to this defense. What a play. Great job of getting penetration. Hey, they're backed up near their goal line. Does not prevent them from sniffing out that trickery of the jet sweep. Good job of picking that one up.
So the ball moved back to the 12 for 2nd and goal. Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. He's going to lose yardage there. The defense closed in and forces him out of bounds.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for this back. He tried to do everything that he could to get to the edge, but Give the defense a lot of credit. They did an excellent job of containing him and eventually running him out of bounds.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. The throw, catch made. And the defense brings him down. They pass up the chip shot field goal attempt. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Near the goal line. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down. They will take over on downs now. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. So hang on here. We've got a timeout as the coach wants the officials to take another look. He thinks he might have a shot at getting this overturned. So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. All right, so it's 1st and 10 back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? And they stop him short. He avoids the safety, but it won't help much with 3 of them run down there.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Backed up at the 1, he's going to throw it. It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defensive score in the and this play. And unhinged. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The first job here, protect the football. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Looking to scramble. Nice grab. It's Anderson. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
I love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Oh, almost another interception. Can you believe it? It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Boy, Chris, this quarterback is getting way too loose with the football. He's already thrown an interception on the last series. Almost has another one here. He's got to start taking better care of the football.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Pressure and drop back at the 8-yard line.
Wow, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. He's going to bring up second down. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 42. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Grab down the middle, it's Smith. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Looking to throw it on first down. That's reeled in. It's Smith. Here he goes. Down after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out.
Hold.
Oh, would have been a... Momentum shift with that play, but the penalty negates it. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Pressure is coming. The QB throws his third pick of the day. Brought down after the takeaway. Play by the defense to end this quarter. Well, Kirk, Ohio State has the lead here after one. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Defensive coordinator looking to bring some pressure. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Chris, has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
Looking to pass, it's Nussmeier. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the stills.
That completion sets up a third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Bringing pressure. And he just throws it away.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's fourth down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
Punt team ready to boot it away. Coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Here's the first play of the drive. They're set up with the 31. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Looking to throw it deep. And it's intercepted. A crushing play. Not much on the return, but hey, we'll set up the offense at the 35.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead, taking a chance, and it backfires?
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking deep downfield to the left. And it's hauled in way downfield. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, LSU.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
PAT gives him a 1-point lead here in the fourth. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Delivers quickly to the left side. What a catch!
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. Just having one of those dream performances.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Play fake, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, anytime you defend this kind of offense, you need defensive backs who are really comfortable in defending the ball being thrown downfield. It's not just the short to intermediate throws. It's the deep shots that they're willing to take. I love how he showed patience here before he knocked the ball away.
Good throw by the quarterback off the RPO. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
That's how you do it. The receiver's able to get away from the first tackler, but not the second. Good job to bring him down and prevent that 3rd down conversion.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Defense is coming after him. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Look out, he's in the clear. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense comes up huge in this championship game. Listen to the crowd.
Well, an aggressive approach by this offense backfires. The defense not fooled at all. Good job of stepping in front of this throw, and they take it back for a touchdown.
The extra point up and good. So the lead now is 8 here in the 4th quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The national championship coming right down to the wire. Biggest possession of the game so far. This offense needs a touchdown. The pocket breaking down. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. It's caught inside the 30, still on his feet. Oh, the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Ohio State. That was an enormous touchdown. They're still behind, but it's a one-possession game, national championship on the line.
Yeah, the offense did their job to make this thing interesting. Now their opponent. What will their opponent do? Are they going to try to kill clock? Are they going to just try to run the football? Are they going to get aggressive and throw and try to score themselves? Still, a lot can happen here in these closing minutes.
And it's a direct snap. It's football. The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick.
Ohio State, 26.
Now he's safely making recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to work the clock and preserve this lead. A national championship right in front of them if the offense can keep the football away here. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Makes a quick grab. They make the tackle, but that first down should be the clincher for our new national champions. Here we go. A national championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. Defense seems to be dialing up the pressure here. That's caught. It's Anderson. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Well, a big chunk play to pick up the first down. Now, don't get me wrong, he went out of bounds, but by getting that first down, new set of downs, continue to milk that clock and try to get this win.
Chewing clock with the running game. And he's brought down at about the 3-yard line. So second and short here, exactly what you want when you're trying to run the clock out. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, LSU.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
See if they can convert the point after. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. But it comes down to this. They need to create some fourth-quarter magic here, or this national championship will slip away. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Delay of game. Offense.
So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Back to pass. It's Sayin. With the catch, it's Tate. They bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid game.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
But I thought we'd see this tight end all game long within this game plan, but that's just his second catch of the game. The defense has done a nice job of being able to recognize where he is and take him out of this plan.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Grabbed near the sticks. It's Peoples. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. Offense getting ready for their last drive. Time ticking away here in the final quarter. Now, wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Delay of game. Offense.
So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Back in motion now. First down, looking to throw the football. Makes the grab. It's Smith. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Scanning the field. It's Sayan. Snags the quick throw. The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. Timeout taken by the offense now. 23 seconds on the clock. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Caught over the middle. It's Smith. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Looking downfield near the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This passing game is still on fire.